Hey, this is Rob from Radio Free Cybertron, and here today I'm going to review Lio Convoy from, see, I keep doing this. This is Lio Prime from Transformers Universe. This is, of course, the Target exclusive version, which has been redecoed to be more in tune with the original character. The first version of the toy was in red and blue. I'm sorry. The second version of the toy, I keep forgetting that Legends toy that's still available at any discount store. The first Voyager size version of Lio Prime was in red and blue to look more like classic Optimus Prime for obvious reasons. They wanted to sell him because at this point he's a little obscure still in this market. He's still basically a Japanese character that's got enough love for him to make an American toy of without actually using the Japanese toy. You know, I've got a couple of the Japanese Lio Convoy toys, and I'm glad they chose to make a different toy out of it instead of using that same mold. Of course, they used the Leo Breaker mold here, which works just fine for I keep wanting to say Lio Prime, for Leo Prime here. And, you know, it does look pretty good. I know a lot of people don't really care for this toy's mold. I'm not one of them. I think it's a pretty good toy mold. It's not the most amazing one, I'll give them that. But I kind of like this toy mold. This is the fourth time I've bought it after all. I got this guy on clearance, though, for $9 at Target. You probably can luck up at your Target, too, for that same price. And which is not bad considering this toy standard retail was $21. And for $9, man, that's cheaper than a deluxe. And of course, he's got the remolded head from the last Lio Prime toy. Doesn't have the same head as Razor Claw, which I was really surprised with that when I first saw that they had remolded his head for Lio Prime from Lio Breaker. I thought it was a given that they were going to make Razor Claw from this mold, and they did, but they did it with a different head. This is a very often used mold right here. Which is funny considering not a lot of people like the toy mold, but you know what? I'm not of that crowd because I was actually looking forward to getting this guy. I was just being a cheapskate is the reason I hadn't gotten him yet. Look at this dramatic pose. Arr. Well, I'm going to transform him into his beast mode. And here you go. There's Lio Prime, Lio Convoy, in beast mode. As you can tell, it works pretty good. It's a decent lion mode. It's not the most exciting transformation. I mean, pretty much stands up. But the majority of your beast modes in this configuration tend to just kind of stand up with a few extra steps to transform. They're not really difficult by any means. Just like all the toys that use this mold before, you take his cyber key and you can make his Wolverine-y claws come out. Bub. I'm the best at what I do, bub. Bub. I'm gonna fight you, bub. See? Which is nice because as everyone who is in the know knows, Lio Convoy had those cool claws on his regular toy. So this toy really, I have to wonder, when they designed the Lio Breaker mold, did they take into consideration that this would make a good reworking in the Lio Convoy at any point, because it's almost seems intentional that Lio Convoy would get made into an American character out of this toy at some point. He just needs some guns though, because a lot of Beast Wars toys use the tail as a weapon, and it works for a toy weapon. And of course it works here for a toy weapon. But here's the problem. You know, just like the newer Universe Cheetor whose tail becomes a weapon, at least in the Beast Machines Cheetors, the tail became a sword. At least the Mega Size Class 1. And the Supreme one, the tail became a sword. But the Universe incarnation, it became a shield. And, you know, Transmetal Cheetor, the first one, his tail became a weapon not unlike this. A lot of tails become some sort of club, sword, or whip, which the sword at least looks, you know, sword is pretty much a standard weapon in Transformers. The club or the whip, though, you know, it's been used enough to not be a odd weapon to point out, but these are giant alien robots from outer space who can survive being shot with a gun and sometimes death. What's this going to do? I mean, it looks like it would hurt. Don't get me wrong. I mean, with that looks like it's going to hurt. But if Waspinator can get shot with the chain guns of doom over and over and over and over and over, and just get up, really? Stay back. Yeah. See my point? I mean, the claws, if he punches you, at least it makes sense. I mean, he can go, hey, bub, and punch or claw or whatever. It's a melee weapon before you get so close. This, he's got a little reach. But give him some guns. And that's probably why on Beast Wars, a lot of your toys, characters had guns that shot out of things like legs and stuff to make up for the point that they didn't always have guns. That's right. Give me a gun. Lol. One of my big complaints though is you see he's got an Autobot symbol here. I wish he had a Maximal symbol, being that he's a Maximal. Not an Autobot. I mean, sure, it's essentially the same thing, but it's supposed to be a Beast Wars homage toy, and it says right on the box, it's Beast Wars. And they did this with the last Leo Prime also. At least in Classics, you know, you let it slide because it was a Voyager. I mean, a fart noise. At least with Legends, you let it slide because it was a Legends toy. It cost $3. This is normally a $20 toy. Go ahead and just slap the Maximal symbol there instead. I mean, I know you guys have Maximal Tampos. You use them on the Beast Wars 10th Anniversary line and on Cheetor and Dinobot from the Deluxe Universe Beast Wars guys. That's probably my only complaint. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the simple transformation. God, I love the clicking noise. And I know a lot of people don't like his kind of slightly awkward robot mode. Me? I dig it. So can I recommend getting him? Yeah, I can. You know why? Because it's not just a Beast Wars toy. Okay, sure. It's a Cybertron Jungle Planet redeco. But the minute we all saw those Jungle Planet guys, we knew Beast Mode toys were going to be made from them. And guess what? Beast Wars toys was made from them. But it's a Beast Wars guy. Still a Beast Wars character too, not just a homage. You know, he actually is fictional him. It's a guy that was a Japanese original character made into an American toy. And second, if you go to Target, you can probably get them for pretty cheap. So it's pretty much win-win, unless you just totally hate this toy and don't want it, which I understand. Not everyone's going to think the same. Like I said, this has been Rob from Radio Free Cybertron. You can check us out at www.tfradio.net for shows and showtimes. And thanks for watching.